Hey everyone, welcome back to video number 2 for module 6, and here we will talk about dynamic remarketing. So what is dynamic remarketing? So these type of ads are like more specific based on what product or the collection the visitor has seen. So let's say if you are selling 100 different type of products on your website, then but let's say if you are selling shirt, t-shirt, pants, shoes, everything, but if someone has seen white sneakers, then we want to target specifically them and show them white sneakers, like exact same product or the collection that they have seen. So for dynamic remarketing, we will need four things. First is the GMC, Google Merchant Center. Second is, like, I will show you how to enable this program. Third is we need access to Google Tags Manager, GTM, and we also need access on Shopify, edit theme code. And the second we would need access would be additional scripts on checkout. So okay, we'll start from GMC, which is easiest part. So now I'll go to the Google Merchant Center. Here we are. Let's say this is an overview page. This is something you should be seeing. Now we'll go to growth, and then you will see something like manage programs. You see, so here third option is dynamic remarketing. So we just click on enable. Now they are refreshing the page, but enabling dynamic remarketing on GMC is very simple, just two simple clicks. Now, as long as your feed is, let's say you are using Simprocess as you should, as we discussed in the modules before, then you don't really have to change anything in the product section. But generally, you need to have your product IDs correct, which generally is correct if you are using Simprocess. And even if it's not correct, most likely you will get misrep or the wrong destination URL not working, something, an error like that. So I'm considering that is correct. Now we will need an access to Google Tags Manager. If you don't know what is Tags Manager, so just search for tagmanager.google.com, create an account, and you should be seeing a dashboard, something like this. Now, before we move forward with the dynamic remarketing, we need to make sure first this Tags Manager account is connected with a Google Ads account and your Shopify account. So first we will see how we can connect this with Shopify. So just click on this and you should see something like this. Again, it says GTM, NK, blah, blah, blah. Click on this. And now instructions are pretty straightforward. So basically we need to put this code into head and this code into body. So just let's copy head code, go to the Shopify. Here we are at the Shopify. We'll go to online store, and then we go to edit code. Again, we want this code on all the pages of website. So the easiest way we can do this is like theme.liquid page. So here we are at theme.liquid page, and like instruction says, we need to add this on head section. So we are here on edit code. Here it says head. So just below meta tag. So you see we already have Google Text Manager here code implemented. But let's say if you don't have it, just blank, just put a couple enter below meta and paste here. As simple as that, but we have it here. So we should be good. Now the next part would be body tag. Copy this. Now on the same theme.liquid, just click here somewhere and press on Control F, search for body. So now we search for body, and here you see the body tag. So just below this, somewhere here, you can just paste the body tag, Control V, so something like that. Here again, this is different code. This is like this code. Then add your website here and click on OK. That should be done, and that should take a couple seconds for Google to run, like send some traffic and do some tests. But as being said, this is done. Click on OK, click on save, and we are good to go. We are not going to save here, obviously. So now that being said, the basics setup on GTM is done. Now we will start implementing dynamic code into Shopify, and we'll also connect a Google Ads account with GTM. So how do we do that? So again, we are on the tags menu. We'll click on new. Cool. So now here, let's say dynamic remarketing booming. Oops. Click on tag configuration. And here you see the second option is Google Ads, connect on Google Ads, and then Google Ads remarketing. Perfect. Now we will need conversion ID. So where can we find conversion ID? We go to Google Ads account. Again, go to tools and settings, like the top right corner, and then go to audience manager, and you will see something like this. We have seen audience manager in the past videos as well, so this should be easy by now. And then go to the fourth option, which says your data sources. Cool. Click on it, refresh, and now here we'll edit source. Just keep it as it is. You can select retail, collect data on specific action, blah blah blah. Save and continue. And here you will see use tags manager, third option. You see we have three options. Click on use Google tag manager. Here you have conversion ID. Just copy that. We'll go back to Google Tags Manager, and here it literally says the same thing, conversion ID, boom. Now we have added this conversion ID. Now we will add some dynamic codes into Shopify, and then we will link those codes here back. So now we'll go to the doc. Here you see first is we will need to create this snippet and add this code into the snippet. So let's say we'll copy all this. There are two codes, by the way, so be careful. Okay, so now you have copied this entire part, Control C, and this is we will connect this code to theme.liquid. But for now, just make sure you copy until this part, and then we'll go to Shopify, and here if you scroll down, it says snippets here, and then add new snippet. Perfect. And here we will need to do file name. Actually, just copy the same file name because we will need to connect this with the theme.liquid. So we just don't want to make any error. So let's say you have copied this, Control C. We'll go here, Control V, and it will add .liquid by default. So you don't have to do that manually. Just click on done. And now this entire code, oh wow, we'll need to copy this again. Just 1 second, bear with me. Okay, Control C. I'll go back here, entire blank file, Control V, boom, hit on save. So now this is saved. So now we will need to link this file, the new snippet file, with theme.liquid. So how do we do that? We go back to the doc, and it says in theme.liquid, add to the head section. So we just copy this part, Control C, go to the Shopify again, theme.liquid. Where do we have head? Head here. Oh, good. So let's say we have added Google Tags Manager here. So just below, actually it does not really matter. Like it's like very minor difference. So you can add anywhere. But let's say just for this Google Tags Manager, we'll add somewhere here. Cool. Hit on save, and that's done deal. Now we will need to add another code. So if you scroll down, you will see code for checkout. So this is a different code. Again, copy this entire code, Control C. We go back to Shopify, and for this part, leave page. I mean, you will need to save it if you have done everything right. We go to the settings, then checkout, and then scroll down, where you will see additional scripts. Just go to the bottom, right bottom, and then just paste it, and that's it. That's all we need to do. Now, considering you have done this, hit on somewhere save. Okay, you see the save button here. Just click on save, and that's done. Now we go back to the Google Tags Manager, and now click on send dynamic remarketing data. Again, we want this dynamic, otherwise that's how we can differentiate. Like, okay, we are specifically showing the product to the person who specifically has seen that specific product. Too much specific. Now label, let's say same thing, dynamic remarketing body. Now we go back to the code, and here we'll find this dynamic event name, value, and items. This is actually pretty simple to find, but I'll try to show you. Okay, let's say add to cart is clearly an event, but so is view item. So we don't want to do like three or four same type of events. So what we do is we'll make this like dynamic. So how do we do that? So we go back to the Google Text Manager. It says what is event name. So we click on this plus sign, and again plus on the top right corner. Cool, variable configuration, and here you see data layer variable. Here just add what we copied. Hit on let's see, what was it? Event name. Yeah. So save, and here we have event name. Now next is event value. So we go back here and we see where can we find value. Okay, so here is value. Same for the add to cart. Here is value. So value is basically gx underscore dy and value. So we just copy gx underscore dy, control C, go back to the text manager part. Again, we want this like we want this dynamic, not static. So we'll set this up as a variable. So click on plus again, right click, right corner, new variable, click on plus sign, again variable configuration, and we'll see data layer variable. Just add variable name which is underscore dy, and then dot. This is value. Okay, so dot value. This is case sensitive, by the way, so make sure you use the same thing. Here we'll just use the name value. As simple as that. Click on save, and that's done. So now the next is event item. So we'll do the same thing. Just last option is new variable. Boom. Again data layer variable, and here this is the item list. So items, you see here we have items. So we'll do the same thing, gx underscore dy, and then dot items, control C, Google Text Manager, variable name dy dot items. Very simple. Here we'll change the name to items because it is items. Cool. So now that it's done, the next part would be trigger. So click on trigger. Again, click on plus sign, top right corner, trigger configuration, and here we will need custom event. And what would be the custom event name? We go back to the code and we try to find where can we find custom event name. Okay, here you see event, and this is custom event name. Control C, go back to the text manager, and here just paste this. Click on save. Okay, we'll do trigger event. Save, and that's it. You just hit on save, and that's done. So hope now you have idea, and now you know how to make how to set up basically codes for the dynamic remarketing. If you have any questions, please drop us a comment and we'll reach out to you. And that sums up basically everything. This is very simple, and see you in the next module.